Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, November 5th, 2014 by Gaia Blooming. Our energy mantra for today is as I shift, I recognize that every part of me is important in my evolution. And we are having our second revolution day of our time of Sun in Scorpio. And so, I think that with evolution revolution, which is a Uranus energy day, it's always important to recognize that usually we're going to find ourselves triggered. I mean, that's the thing with the Evolution Revolution Day. We find ourselves triggered. But this is a beautiful thing. May not always think so in the moment, but remember, it's a beautiful thing. Because anytime we're triggered, we're being shown where the work still is in us. There's like, oh, there's still something there for you to work on. And, I think with Sun in Scorpio, with this Evolution Revolution trigger, I think we often are triggered by the part of ourselves that we may consider our darkness, the part of ourselves that we stuff down within and feel shame around. And so if you find yourself triggered in anything, go to that place and look at it and see how you can shift it. See how you can love it into lightness. I read an amazing book over the weekend that actually had me looking at a lot of shadow stuff. It's actually the local author here called In the Shadow of the Sphere, An Adventure of Heart and Spirit, and it had me looking at shadow and recognizing, it's so interesting. Light doesn't make a shadow. And so a lot of times we focus on the shadow, and instead I think we should be focused on what's blocking the light. And so often what blocks the light when it comes to your shadow is your own judgment. And helping us with this today, we have the Sun connecting to Chiron. And Chiron, we know, brings healing energy. So, bring in that healing energy. Bring in that healing energy to whatever is blocking your light, from just passing through. So you can be like a prism. The light passes through and you make rainbows on the world. I'm such a happy-go-lucky Sagittarius. The other thing is we have the moon connecting to Mercury. The moon is in Aries connecting to Mercury in Libra. Mercury is finishing up the transit in Libra. And this is bringing the power of your mind. Your mind is miraculous when it comes to shifting and healing and recognizing these things. I also want to mention that right now, Deepak Chopra and Oprah are doing their 21-day meditation, which is all about desire, the power of desire, but getting in and shifting from that place with that meditative place. It's so powerful. So you may want to check that out because that could help you in just recognizing, again, your own divinity. Even in those places that you consider the darkness, your divinity is there. The I am presence is there. God is there. So don't be afraid to get in and honor it in any way that you need to. Let's see. Besides that, we have the moon in conjunct with Uranus. Again, this is going to be that shifting stuff up. Embrace yourself fully. I think that's the best thing. Scorpio energy. You got to embrace yourself from the root up. And then finally, the moon is connecting into Neptune, which brings compassion and forgiveness. And I think one of the things, when we get to the place when we start to embrace the darkness, we may be like, I'm so sorry, and we may mourn for those times that we've pushed it within ourselves. This is the time to hold compassion for yourself and forgiveness for yourself. Just doing what's been taught to us. So forgive yourself. Let that go. Bring in the compassion. Bring in compassion and forgiveness for anybody else who's struggling with their path on this. We're all walking each other home. We're all in this together. I want to mention that we're building to a powerful full moon that is going to be happening tomorrow afternoon. So this moon is shifting actually into Taurus today. So work on your value of yourself. And I think through the process that I just talked about, that's going to be honing your value. And then check out our horoscope for tomorrow where I talk with Shannon. And we went through the moon pretty well. So that is it for today. Oh, no, one last thing. We have book club tonight, Wednesday night at 6 o'clock p.m. on Google Hangouts. We are having our book club for E Squared or E Cubed by Pam Grout. And it's amazing. This is also working with the mind. So whether you've read the book or you're interested, come check it out. And if you've read it, come join us and tell us about your experiments that you did because, it's always cool to share. So with that, that is it for today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.